Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Happy New Year to everybody who celebrates anything like that. Well, let me first off thank everybody for the support from last year. Uh, I started doing my videos last year. I'm not no great YouTuber, especially I'm not great at talking about boxing and whatnot. I'm not so confident in talking about boxing, so I really want to thank the UGC guys for giving me some of the confidence to come through. People like Bruce Vane and people like um, IBFP, Ring IQ Boxing. Of course, Black. I've been following Black for a while. He used to be on Black Horseman Promotions. That's where you from first. But yeah, I just want to tell everybody thank you for the support. You know, um, I hope I return the same support to y'all. I hope y'all are satisfied with my support because I support people who just speak the truth, whether or not I agree with it or not. Speak the truth in an unbiased way. And I want to just say that to me, thus far, people who are affiliated with the UGC or are directly, involved with the UGC seem to do more of that than anybody else. We don't always have to agree on things, and that's fine. And that's why I respect the people around this group because we don't have to agree on everything, but we handle everything like adults. So I just want to again just say thank y'all for the support in 2019. I'm not no pro YouTuber, everybody can probably tell that, but y'all support me nonetheless, and y'all respect my opinions, and again, thank you. So this is my first show for 2020. It's the first of the first month, 2020, and I want to start off with something that's very important to me. The other night I was on, of course, on Twitter, going back, just talking shit on Twitter, and I came across one of these crazy PBC fans, you know what I mean? And I find PBC fans to be some of the most depressing people around. Of course, the conversation came up about Javante Davis and this Terrence Crawford beef. Well, not really beef, but going back and forth with Terrence Crawford over dumb shit, really. And I put up a comment and I said, well, it was under the Coppinger comment when he was talking about, oh, he can't believe Terrence Crawford is criticizing Javante Davis about who he's fought at his weight class. And I put up, he's right to do so. Why hasn't Coppinger criticized Javante Davis over his incessant trolling of fighters who he's not going to fight? He trolls Josh Taylor, he trolls Tevin Farmer, he trolls Lomachenko, and he's never going to fight any of those people. Yet he continues. And people like Mike Coppinger never says to Javante Davis, Javante, if you're not going to fight these people, then you're really just clout chasing and you need to stop. So I put up that post, and then this deranged PBC fan pops up and puts up the most ridiculous reply to my comment, to my post. And I'm going to show it to y'all in a second. But, I want to preface it by saying, these PBC people are so crazy that they want to make serious political stances with boxing, with sport. They want to ride for people who they don't even know their political ideology. And when I show you, you'll see what I mean, right? I think you call these people, a few people have called me pro-black, whatever. And it's like these people are not pro-black. These are not pro-black people because today is a very important day for me because I observe Kwanzaa, and Kwanzaa is about faith and all of that. And today's the last day of Kwanzaa. Today's Imani, and as a person, a black man in the West Indies, I'm always amazed at how these people in the states seemingly um, link themselves to other people who they just assume because they are of the same skin color, they're of the same ideology. These people are absolutely nuts. I'm gonna show it to you right now. It's from my Twitter screen. So let me show it to you right now. So here it is. You see my original post, and I said PBC is ducking Crawford, right? Here's this crazy person, you know, and this person said, of course, you know, the usual, he destroyed farmer and blah blah blah, and he says it's strange that because I'm a Pan-Africanist, I support Top Rank. So my reply is that, well, of course, the usual, you know, we always hear what Javante would or could do, blah blah blah. But then I told him, you know, as a Pan-Africanism doesn't have nothing to do with things like sports and boxing. None of these companies are black owned. And I asked him if Crawford isn't black. This man says PBC is owned by Al Heyman, and PBC offered 2 million for Davis to fight Farmer. Uh, and oh, of course, Crawford is a sellout. These are crazy people. Crazy people. What's up, Lisa Bells? Thank you for coming on, sister. You know, I'm just doing something quick because I wanted to just show people the type of craziness that these PBC fanboys come with sometimes. So he decides PBC is black owned. He doesn't understand that PBC is just a front. PBC is fronted by Waddell and Reed, white Jews. Those are PBC is not black owned. He doesn't understand that. These people have never even seen Al Heyman. Al Heyman doesn't tell his people where his money is coming from. Nor should he. Whoever is funding his enterprise is his business. But as black people, I think we really have to stop. Exactly, Isabel. It's owned by investors. These people do not know. They don't know, or if they know, they really don't care. Like this man said, PBC is owned by Al Heyman. I told him, you know, I didn't bother replying, as you can see. I just left it at that because these people are really stupid. Waddell and Reed and whoever else owns PBC. It's you know, you could call it white owned, whatever. PBC is just a brand name for a company, for an enterprise. That's it. As I said, Al Heyman doesn't have to tell these people where his money is coming from. It's just coming from wherever. And he has to make returns for his investors. So I just find it real disappointing that we still have this issue of these PBC fanboys coming on with this nonsense. He doesn't understand. And I hope that we see less and less of this type of behavior, because he wants me to mix my serious political stances on Pan-Africanism, you know, the unity of black people around the world, you know, economically, politically, spiritually, as close as we can come to PBC Al Heyman. I hope we see less of this type of nonsense rhetoric and this nonsense in 2020. I hope our people do more reading and actually do a little bit of research and think for themselves for a change. Because when you make comments like that in public on Twitter, and people who know better embarrass you, you then say people are coons and sellouts. So he calls Crawford a sellout. And I'm wondering, why is Crawford a sellout? Because he signed with Bob Arum? Crawford's a sellout. Okay. I don't know what to tell these people, but I just hope we see less of this as black people, and we really get serious with the things we say and do, and we don't allow ourselves to be used like puppets, and we start parroting stupid talking points just because another group of people spit it out, we repeat it. I don't want that for our people. All right? So that's that from me. Quickly, I want to move on to the next point. Anthony Joshua said he would KO Deontay Wilder in 6 rounds. I think he was on Sky Sports doing an interview, and he was saying he wouldn't allow Deontay Wilder to be around in the seventh round like how Luis Ortiz was trying to do. He wouldn't try to box Deontay Wilder. He was like and I hear people talking about, oh, he can't fight Deontay Wilder like how you fight Andrew Ruiz. Of course not. Andrew Ruiz and Deontay Wilder two different fighters. And that man said he's not gonna go inside there to try and box Deontay Wilder for 12 rounds. You got to take Deontay Wilder out. The man said he's going to knock Deontay Wilder out in 6 rounds. He's going to go in there and try and stop this man so he doesn't have a chance to use his right hand. And that's real talk. I don't know how else to say it other than that's real talk. Deontay Wilder is somebody who we see in even in 12 rounds where he's had to chase down Tyson Fury, who is juking and shaking around the ring. He was still powerful at 12 rounds. So Anthony Joshua is completely right. He wants to knock Deontay Wilder out in 6 rounds and get him out of it. And I agree, that's the only hope he has really of winning. Unless he can really get Deontay Wilder out of sorts and try and box him to a decision. But that's a very dangerous proposition because Deontay Wilder is right. People like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and them have to be perfect for 12 rounds. Wilder gets beaten on the ring by almost everybody. Except Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil just went in there, opened his face up for Wilder to take advantage of him. So Joshua says in 6, he's going to put him out in 6. What do y'all think about that? Can Anthony Joshua knock Deontay Wilder out in 6 rounds? Next topic, quickly. Saudi Arabia is not going away. And we see the Saudis now courting Top Rank to get the Teofimo Lopez fight over there. Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko fight over there. And I think some people were hoping that Saudi Arabia will go away. But it seems like more and more, the more established boxing markets are having some serious competition when it comes to who gets these big fights. Serious competition. Now, everybody kind of assumed that the Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez fight would be in New York, which would be a great place for it. But according to how much money Saudi Arabia puts up, it'll make it worthwhile because you don't have to worry about if people are going to come or whatnot. Saudi Arabia is going to cover all of that. So America is in trouble, and UK might be in a little bit of trouble with Saudi Arabia because a lot of these big fights might be heading elsewhere because they're going to pay the cost to cover any possible loss of revenue that you might perceive. But anyway. Oh, Lisa Bale said yes, he can. He said he would knock out Wilder in 6 rounds. Let me see if we can share the interview with y'all where he said that. Here it is. There it is. Let me see if we can pull it up. Yeah, so he said, analyzing the win over Ortiz, Joshua told Sky Sports he wouldn't be there to do that in the 7th round. I would knock him out. It's heavyweight against heavyweight, champion against champion. He said he would knock him out. He would not make it to the 7th round. This is a serious fight, so I ain't going in there to try and box and outbox him for 12 rounds because of his punching power as well. I've got to go in there and take him out. Don't let him get too comfortable in the ring with me. Facts. You can't let Deontay Wilder get a chance to square up with you and find his range on you because that's what he did to Ortiz. He took a beating for 6 rounds or however long, took this beating, and then he was able to square up when Ortiz started to slow down and stood in front of him. He squared up, took his measurement, and he just put Ortiz to sleep. The problem is Anthony Joshua can also put Deontay Wilder to sleep. And Joshua knows it. That's right, Lisa Bill. Saudi Arabia got the bag. So Saudi Arabia is not going away. I think it's weird. Eddie Hearn went over to Saudi Arabia, did his thing, right? And all these people bashed Eddie Hearn, how he's this and he's that. Bob Arum was talking shit about this fight in Saudi Arabia. Oh, you're gonna go over there and you're gonna compete with college football. And Eddie Hearn had to tell him, like, this ain't a fight for the American fan. This is a fight in Saudi Arabia. And this is a lesson to all these other idiots who don't understand that there's a world outside of America. The money is no longer really in America. There's a world outside of America. People who are willing to pay big money to get these events. Big money. But anyway. That's right, Lisa Bales. The man is tired. That man is ready. That man is ready for the fight. But I don't think Deontay Wilder is ready. He's not going to fight Deontay Wilder in 2020. I think Deontay Wilder is going to make the Anthony Joshua fight as close to his last fight as possible, if he ever fights him. And then he's going to go off into the sunset if he doesn't fight him, saying, Anthony Joshua ducked me. But there you go. But anyway, man, I didn't want to stay on too long. I wanted to, keep this short. I want to remind everybody today is the word for today is faith, Imani, for Kwanzaa. Again, if you celebrate Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. This is the last day. And the word for today is faith. Have faith in yourself. But remember, while you're having faith, have faith in that the things you're doing are going to work. They're going to bring fruits. The seeds you're planting today are going to bring fruits tomorrow. Take your time, have faith in your community, in your people, in your gods. If once you have faith in that, they will never fail you. Have faith in your ancestors. I want y'all to have a nice day. I want y'all to enjoy the rest of 2020. I'll be on again with a longer stream, hopefully. Hopefully more people join. I want to thank Lisa Bales for coming on. Lisa Bales is ever faithful to my stream. She supports me every time, and I really appreciate that. So again, thank you for joining me, Lisa. If anybody listens to the replay, tell me what you think about anything I said. And again, have a nice day. Enjoy 2020. Bye.